Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra Berserk here. Uh, I didn't talk about my case condition today. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it too much. Okay, I've come live now. I can see myself. Just putting the volume on complete silence. Uh, the headache and the feeling with the headache and the stress. I felt my whole body was stressed, like I couldn't put my head properly on the pillow. It was so, like, this is how it happened. It's been happening. And then there are people who come here giving me a hard time, calling me mad. And then they apologize, but I don't know if they mean it or not. And what I went through recently, it reminded me I wasn't having headaches for a few weeks, and then I didn't even have the medicine. So I was trying all sorts of things. I didn't have the headache medicine, painkiller, and it was terrible. With the headache, there's this psychic attack, and then the feelings, and I was like, is there anyone who cares even? So, like, I was just in a very horrid thing. So it was aziyat, very bad agony during the headache. Like the pain was intense. I could not even scream, and I wouldn't even be able to take myself to a doctor or the hospital. In this, just leave me alone, and I don't even couldn't rest. And I could see that there's no rest inside, in my stomach, in my being. But I'm going on like this, and I feel like someone extremely wicked. I don't want to cry. I haven't come here to cry. So I thought after this person has come in my previous live stream, I am going to talk about this. This person used a sentence calling me a mad human. And in this way, this is how I felt in this headache. It was very intense. The feeling, the psychic attack also, that there's a person who wants me to become notorious, provoking, keeping me angry all the time, aggressive, aggravated, agitated. So it was just too much for me now. I've been having these headaches, but for a week or so, I haven't had this headache, and then again I got it. And the feeling with it is breathing, my breathing, everything is controlled. I felt I was like a gone case, like I should. I'm not even good for a mental hospital, things like that. I don't want to, there are some really wicked people to no end. It's very evil. It's extremely evil. And so I was, by the end, like I've been tired, because it's now very late here. I started early, and I wanted to end at a decent time because, my neighbors go to sleep. They work or something, right? Then this person came. And in this way, this person, we can't see, we can't hear, but I was tired. That's why I said, if you're going to, you have to see where I'm coming from. So there's already been since childhood someone to make us notorious. put us in bad books, make us look bad. I don't know whether this person, I don't want to say what this, but again, the pressure in my body, inside on, it feels like pressured. Every fiber of my body, my head, it's like, now I couldn't come online. I wanted to come online, like, where there's a tumor. The headache was not going. Then on one side, it was, and the psychic attack. And then I had to keep going with the Buddhist mantra, the bodhisattvas I have called on. Really, really wicked people. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. Zulm on me. So and then I see these Muslims coming, and they're pretending to be calm, and telling me that I'm angry, and this is how they take the opportunity to call me a mad human, and pretending to say sorry when they don't mean it, and also change the word of the Quran ayat. I mean, they do it in such a cunning, sly manner. So in the end, after having spoken for so long about this, I mean, today I said in the very beginning of my live stream, previous live stream, when this chicken wings Steve came, that I'm tired, but I will go on with this. I think I said that I'm tired by now. And look at these people. They have no, be calm, and the order people around, and in a very cunning manner, sly manner. They are not calm themselves. They're wolves in sheep's clothing, like the Bible says about them. And it's amazing what they would do to discredit me or to make me look bad, that I'm getting angry at them and a mad woman and all this. And then go looking good by saying, goodbye, sorry. They even leave, it's like shuddering, chilling lies. What I went through was enough for me to put me, not come here. But I had to come here. Put me in, saying I isolate myself. I see the whole world, no one is helping. And if someone does try to help, it's too late now, because I won't be able to trust them. And Ismaili came and I couldn't trust him. Later on, I was like, in this headache, I'm like, I can't believe I'm thinking that I should tell him, but I couldn't use the phone, I couldn't use the light. I couldn't use the phone to even call for my headache, pill, painkiller. I was gone case. But I just didn't throw up this time. So it's terrible. Feels like I went through so much negativity through Hindus against Hindus in this. Like I had no rest. I was like, I'm pulled to think, and my head, and I couldn't put my head on the pillow properly to rest. Then like in Karachi, and even when this headache happens every time, and even now, I'm like highly strung, like stress in I couldn't put my feet, like they're not resting properly. So my whole, like every cell in my body, I couldn't do qigong. I was just calling out qigong, and little bit of rest, like a good slight, like good feeling come in me. I was a fish out of water for that. restless, stressed. Like I couldn't put my legs, couldn't rest them properly. Like the weight was not going on my, mattress where I was lying. Unbelievable. And then I have these really clever, cunning Muslims come here. No regard for condition, and they want to look good. So they want to say, like my father used to say, that if you get emotional, yeah, and this is exactly what I was thinking. Like when I was listening to Imran Khan's speech, so my thoughts are red. Now today I have to come out with what someone I know very close to me had a spiritual guide with her. We used to, so he was called Sign. Um, I'm going to connect to he was called Sign. Okay, now on top, since I think the neighbors, um, but I'm really sorry. Uh, I might, something happens to me and then I can't say my condition properly. Like, I don't give it much importance. Like, forget it. Every detail I'm going to give here because I think, and after this Muslim, he came, instead using that word wrongly. I'm struggling in this. And that pain was enough for me to say, I wish I didn't exist. So I thought Hindu, my aunt had used in Dubai. Hindus are here. So one of my aunt was very bad with us and her mother when they were living in Karachi. Recently it was coming that a very bad black magic has been done on you and all this. So I started to fight with the Hindu gurus and masters. I was like, no, I'm not ready to listen anymore. Because as I was doing the Bodhisattva, one Buddha mantra, it dawned on me that how come you could not, if you were Kalki Avatar in the making in London, and you came there as a Muslim, then he even put his hand on my head when I was like gone case in college. I was like, I had my feet on the table, my head on down, like laying low on the sofa, but like in a seated position. And he came and put his hand on my head. The person I think would be Kalki Avatar, and he looks like Paramahamsa Vishwananda. So I was like, why? And then later on, what happened to me after going from London to Karachi, to my residence city and home. So why didn't you, like, you had the power to heal me at least. So there was no healing at sight. I had chronic fatigue and headaches in London, and I felt like collapsing and all this, right? So this went on. So I was like at loggerheads today also with them. Hosh mein, like there's a cover up. So I was like, oh, maybe Hinduism is not true. Anyways, for the polytheists and all this, to do justice, I have to look at the Quran ayats. It doesn't mean that I take my anger out on all polytheists. If polytheists are right, then the Quran ayats right for them. But they're like stretching, and it was terrible. Like Imran Khan, what happened today was like this person who has come here. Another thing is that in the distance mind control, I also thought, and I was told that by my ex-friend, now she's no more my friend, that to record everything, and I even read some article about distance mind control, that if you feel your mind is being read, sometimes it could be, you're right, being read. So I was thinking to record it and then come and tell you here. So if I feel like someone is reading my mind and exploiting that condition, I should show it and, report it. So what happened is, recently on that Imran Khan, Help for Imran Khan's speech, I heard it. I didn't have the heart, I had to close it. Stop, listening to it. The condition of Pakistan is pathetic. His life is in danger. I hope some foreigner will just convince him to leave that country before they kill him. And the country, people, innocent people there also. And then I thought some of the Indians news, I think Major Gaurav also laughing about Imran Khan. And, people had gone against Imran Khan, a lot of them, making us think he's gone berserk or something. But he's done a really good thing for the country, like opening universities, and they've brought 100, God knows how many, 21 cases against him. And so when I heard him, I was like, he's making sense and he's honest. And oh my God, I was like, some Indians also blaming Imran Khan, right? They started to blame Imran Khan. Even, I think, I'm not sure, someone I used to follow, Arif Ajakyal. So one time they're blaming the Pakistani army, another time they're blaming Imran Khan also. Like, I'm like, Imran Khan was so honest. Now what's happened to Imran Khan? He's lost his mind or something? What have they done to him? So, but he was saying about his case, one case, the university, which is would be for free and for the development of human beings there, human education. They put a case on him. And he put his wife's name there. It's a trust. It's not like he's getting any profit from it. Likewise, so this, like this Sharif family and the army, and my enemy has made me look. So Imran Khan said one thing, that he's never gotten angry. Like, even when he gives dharnas, he just gives a passionate speech. He's not angry. He doesn't get angry easily. So he said, only one time I got angry recently is when, they came in and his wife was there, Bushra, right? And they put the case on her too, about that Al-Qadir, some university. And when the men came in, breaking into his house, army rangers, I don't know who they were, Imran Khan was saying, and they stole and they damaged things and threw things and this and that. With, like, this is like pathetic. I mean, this is like beyond me. So all this really, really terrible. So I think foreigners should reach out and at least take Imran Khan out of, he was a cricketer, and I don't know if he's lived in London. Like, if he had a British passport, maybe he could appeal to, but maybe because he was a Pakistani cricketer, he was not allowed to have a dual nationality. But he's lived in London, England for a long time. Maybe, they should take him out. And also, like, for Pakistanis and they should really get him out, because he's the, if they get him out, then maybe his party men would also be safe, and Pakistan would be a little better, because the Sharif family would be after him and the army. They're like disgustingly, they're terrible. So I wanted to talk about this also. I recently made a cover, Facebook cover, Help Imran Khan. So we could have some stability because these people, politicians, army, they don't want him there, and they've created such a mess in Pakistan, ruining Pakistan also. So I think to save his life and to save Pakistan and its stability, to get Imran Khan out of Pakistan, he should leave Pakistan, and someone should reach out to him, an NGO, human rights, something. He needs to get out of Pakistan with his wife, leave Pakistan, because these politicians are not going to leave him. Neither is the army going to leave him. It could get ugly. Anyhow, so I hope that someone reaches out and gets him out of Pakistan. About my cases, I was thinking that my father was saying that you're very emotional and all this. So Bhutto got hanged because he was emotional. He said certain things in the UN Secretary office, some meeting, and United Nations meeting, very bluntly and very openly and very passionately and very emotionally. And so they got him for this, and they put Ziolak, and they got him hanged. So you're very emotional, and you will lose out like this. Now, I could not keep my cool from a very long time, I know. And then the lady I met in London, a clairvoyant, told me, it's not me doing this. I could see very well that yesterday, as I was doing the Buddhist mantra, they were saying not for 1 minute, second even, don't blame yourself for what you did to that Ismaili, what you said, or you left, or if you can't trust him, if this, that, don't feel guilty at all. Just leave it for a moment. I couldn't leave it because, no, they didn't say leave it. They said, we know that you can't leave it, but there was no support. It was like there was another subtle, but I couldn't leave it because they're pulling the strings. They're making me think wrong. They're making me, you wouldn't know if it's me or it's not me. Yes, so they can even, I don't know how, it's very cleverly done. So this, and so today recently, this person came and said, they wanted to discredit. So if you are insane, or if you, so one thing goes for Imran Khan. I saw that he's very calm and collected. If he was made emotional, if his strings were pulled, God forbid, like mine, to keep me aggravated and angry, then even in UAE, someone helping me, even financially, what my enemy would make me screw, keep my head on the shades, thinking. Finally, they get me to say something terrible against them. Although when you're, when you're calm, when you're in that cheer, like a good open-minded, you can speak nicely and calmly and look at the bright side. Look at the bright side and talk like Rabbi Simon does. Like if you've embarrassed yourself, like he was saying, they're due to mental illness or something. So how to take that and how to see that. And I wish, he looks like a little bit, he looks like Sheikh Khalifa to me. I don't know. So I was wondering if Sheikh Khalifa, how the sheikhs wisely would take me and not get offended or anything with me when I say something against them, or Abu Dhabi is blind and about my case, and there's time when I go. So if you have a good heart, and if I follow, I could, but it's too late for me because they've got me so badly that whatever I do, it goes against me. through black magic and all. They've got this thing locked inside of me, like evil spirits. Now someone is saying like, Zahra, trying to shout at me and stop me. Okay, so they're using my principle and all this not to give out my case. And I was also thinking like there are people here who can exploit. Like if I say, if I take the name out of someone, then with them another enemy of mine could meet, and like that it would be a group of them, but it's already like that. I can't explain. You know what I mean? If you take out the name, then they would know, okay, this enemy. And even if this is not an enemy and I'm like, I can't trust anyone, and if they put my mind against someone, I go against someone. So, they could get together and say, against me. Building people against me. Oh, yes, she is angry. Oh, yes, she is mad. And this is how recently, did you see, if you've seen my previous live stream, how this enemy comes, like very calm, very, very cunning way in my previous live stream, right? Prophet Muhammad is Allah as a judge. So this spring, no, chicken wing, Steve, right? The way he came, in the end, like, I'm tired. I was really, and also I thought I'd come early, but late. It was quite in the night time, late. But go early. But since this chicken wing Steve came, I had to show him. And I said, please, like, I couldn't say, please, I've been here for a long time and I'm not feeling well. See, I couldn't say it properly. So the enemy gets the upper hand, like, I've come here, I'm calm, and you are not calm with me, so please. And he even said, be respectful, like I have been disrespectful. Why would he bring that out? And then they say, no, we don't mean it that way. We don't intend it that way. And they say it in a very calm and collective manner. So I was wondering if this is one of the person who's read my mind recently, as I was thinking in my terrible, severe headache and a terrible condition. I said, okay, I'm gone now, but I don't know. I don't know what to do in this maddening headache. It was severe, agonizing. I just wanted to die. And I feel like there's some demons, spirits, very clever like this. So coming to tell me that, how can we talk to a mad woman? So in a very like clever way, I've lost the live chat of but I've shown it here, like how clever this person came. And it's not even his real name, he's a coward. He can't come with a real name. And he's playing games. And wallah, by Allah, right? He's saying shamelessly, like it's chilling. So this is the kind my enemy, and even worse, like behind, it's like unstoppable and severe wickedness. Like they can go to the depths. They can take me to, like I had to ask this lady in London, why doesn't this person kill me? So the lady said this person doesn't want to kill you, wants you to keep you in misery, and they're even watching. Like there was, my aunt found a Wadi Allah friend of Allah in Karachi, and he had liver problem. Like his master behind him went red in the face, very angry. He said, like, I don't know what to say about your why your family is in this. Like, he went red in the face. So anger is a natural thing sometimes, but I really laud this person's dishonesty, sarcastically speaking. So the person, my enemy, is like this, like, Wallah, I didn't do anything, and I was just as calm. And who would, like, the way, you are mad. And so, with your madness, I cannot talk to you. But I want to say, with your dishonesty, I cannot show you. And such chilling dishonesty. Do you see he came so dishonestly, or she? It's amazing. Shuddering, chilling. This is how these Muslims are. They would go to no length to lie and be dishonest, even change the meaning of a word like behi to mean it's instead than with Allah. Do not associate with Allah. Like they could go to that extent where they could change the meaning of the word of the Quran. And he did it right in front. He did it under our noses here. Thank God I remembered that in Dua Mashlul, like the Arabic word could be used in two ways. Behi, meaning by Allah, or with Allah. It's a what in grammar we say conjunctive word, right? With or by. Thank God I remembered that in Dua Mashlul it's Behi, 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 by Allah, by Allah, by Allah. But in that sentence, so when I showed him, he just went goodbye, sorry, and like this. I mean, hypocrites, liars, like they can lie through their teeth. And why should the polytheists believe in such a Quran which has so many discrepancies, so many mistakes I've found now, and unreasonably, unjustifiably against them, saying that, blaming them for making false gods besides Allah and things like that. It just doesn't make sense. I think one shaitan is enough to mislead all the people except his chosen ones. So it's enough. One shaitan. So what if they have many gods? I mean, one shaitan for you Muslims, or you, because no, you Muslims, you believers, like you think you would be spared because there's only one sect that will go to heaven. And Rasulullah, we were told when I was a Shia, told that you, Ali, you and your followers, Shias, will be triumphant, meaning the Shias will only be the ones to go to heaven. Right? So the rest of you will be gone to hell, or maybe to some other ash place somewhere. Maybe not to hell because you call yourselves Muslims. I don't know what God will decide for you, but we know for sure that the Shias knew for sure, right, that this is the true school of thought. But the rest, God will decide. Muslims what? I don't think the Muslims would go in the fire. Whoever says lie, then God will decide. Anyways, we are not to decide, but we say that if you don't follow Imam Ali, then that's the true path of Islam. Imam Ali's path is the true path of Islam. So this goes on. Anyway, but we don't go killing or doing like so many false rumors spread. When I was a Shia, I know this. And anyhow, so but the world, people out there. And then, you when you see after this sickening, like emotional, the problem is that they've made me angry, aggravated. Okay. Now, what else can you expect from me? But I think that I don't think disrespectful. Yes, I called M16 a terrorist, right? But not this person. So I wonder if M16 sent someone to harass, like in the end, to show that she's going to get angry. And when a person is mad, angry, uh, they can't think straight. So to discredit me very cleverly like this. Oh, since I won to show that Sunni Muslim, that Shias are on the straight path, not you, then someone else comes later on, right? So whichever Arab or Bangladeshi, but I think they live in an Arab country because he says Wallah, or maybe they're Indian, I don't know who he is. You see this, please check. So people, foreigners, the thing is that even if I appeal to UAE, like every case is important. Every person, if they've called someone mad and come here. No, I'm not mad, but you are terrorists. That's what I would say. Muslims are terrorists because you follow a terrorist and a tyrant and a caravan robber. I've told M16 that he is a terrorist. So whether I am mad or what, but there are times I've seen, I've had insight, and you being so calm, you can't see, and you change the word so calmly. You change the word of the Quran, the meaning of the Quran, word. So calmly. You are so calm. At least we expect honesty from you since you are so calm. You should not be changing the word of the Quran, being so calm and so honest, absolutely honest. And you don't, this very important point, first of all. Now to see one dishonest person so calm. And if you see a true person getting angry, honest person getting angry, but doesn't say I'm absolutely honest, because no one is absolutely honest. Neither was this one absolutely honest, not even honest. Forget absolutely. Do you see how chilling, how cunning, how dishonest the way they come? This is a sick society of Muslims who can make others sick. And they come here nonchalantly saying anti-Shia things. We don't take action against that, saying to my former religion, Shias, not even the former religion, but Shias, against Shias. No one speaks up for the Shias, against these Sunnis. We just let these crooks go. We let these Jahannami go to Jahannam. Because if anyone speaks against a fellow Muslim like this, because we don't speak against a Sunni saying they go to Jahannam, we leave it to God, even like that. What I have against lies and a liar, which is Islam. Yes, I have much against Islam. Against you liars and followers of lies. I also have against you liars, Muslims, that you are terrorists, and you lie against Shias. And you don't fear God at all, lying against your fellow Muslims. Do you have any fear of God? Zalm. Zilha. What's this? Zalha. Zal al. Al-Zun? Huh? You don't care about anyone's. Look at, I have something against Muslims too. That you are terrorists. You are pathetic people. You are liars. You lie shamelessly through your teeth. No, it's not forbidden. It's allowed in the name of Allah. Against disbelievers, it's allowed. Terrorism is allowed in Islam. How is it not allowed when the Quran ayats I can show you? Terrorizing people to convert to Islam, Ahle Kitab. Huh? Your Allah is a terrorist. Your Allah is a terrorist. He's had to inscribe mercy on himself. What kind of Allah is that? But he's a terrorist. Breaking houses, terrorizing the Jews of Yathrib. Why should they believe in Prophet Muhammad, who changes every time? His Allah changes. He changes from adopted son. First he was a polytheist, Sunni say, pagan. He wasn't even born blessed like Jesus Christ in Surah Maryam or Yahya. He was born unblessed. Yeah, how can I not... What's your name? You see, your Allah is a terrorist. Your Prophet Muhammad is a terrorist. Your fourth caliph also was a terrorist. Ali. And the first imam of the Shias was a terrorist. Killing people. Going into the city, taking over the city, and changing the name of the city. Any of sinners, sorry, I can't read this, you'll have to come back, change your name, put an English name. These terrorist sinners of any are very insignificant. No, you are very ignorant. This means that the 2 billions of you, Ummah, many of you even are ignorant about your fellow Shia, fellow Muslims. You don't even call them Muslims. No. You think these 2 billions are Muslims? They're not Muslims. You may think they're Muslims, or they may think they're Muslims, but they're not Muslims. Because these 2 billions are quiet against Prophet Muhammad. They even defend the terrorist and his Allah. Ignorance in law they say is not right. Okay? To be ignorant about your own religion. So try to educate yourselves that your Allah is a terrorist and so is Prophet Muhammad, a terrorist. Educate yourselves. He can't accept his intolerance towards other religions. He's putting them down, using Allah. He's a liar, a caravan. He was a caravan robber. That's why Jang-e-Badr happened. You don't even know. He was a caravan robber. He was a warlord. Your Sahabas, whom you say, don't say anything to the Shias, don't say anything to our Sahabas, don't say anything, didn't want to fight. They were being led into war like they were being led into their death. Yes, terrorism is increasing and also ignorance is increasing if what you say is true. But sorry, check your facts, right? About this Islam. Many are leaving. Many are leaving now, Islam. So check facts now. Which century are you in? Are you retired? Do you not watch the news? Islam is, although the latest religion is going to the biggest in the next decade. Dream on, dream on. I think you are deluded. Many Iranis are leaving, many Pakistanis have left Islam. So it's not going to be like that, what you think. God knows which century you are in. Oh my God, you Muslims are terrible, terrible. You're worse than your prophet. At least he knew that he was a terrorist and he was hiding. This is modern times, and 1400 years have passed and still you don't know that this person was lying to you and deceiving Allah. He used the polytheist Allah to deceive you. He took, copy pasted, God knows what he did, stole ayats from the Jews, the Christians, the polytheists. And he said, this is the word of Allah. My God. That is the statistics of today. You can always confirm it. Well, you can go and confirm it. If it's increasing, I would say that shaitan is increasing. Right? Then the ex-Muslims are lying, and you Muslims are the only truthful Muslims telling the truth. But remember, there's a curse on the liars. Yes, so maybe America, maybe you are, maybe then, what shall I say, then this ex-Muslim, then the news is wrong and you are right. Should I believe in you and your Muslim news, Islamic news? Huh? After what lies you've told. what lies you believe in. Allah is always there for you. You can always approach Him. Oh, you're taking that Christian way now. Otherwise, you Muslims used to kill people. But now the United Nations rights, human rights has gotten to you. They're not allowing the Muslims to kill us even. Otherwise, on blasphemy, on disrespect against Prophet Muhammad, you would give death penalty. So you see, you're killing the ex-Muslims and those who blaspheme. Of course, what will remain? Like what your Prophet did in Makkah, killing the polytheists, killing the Ahl Kitab, or converting them by force. This is a new way that you have come up with, right? Even your Prophet didn't come up like this. You are copying Christians. I think I used my mind. Thank you very much. And I saw that Quran has discrepancies. I don't know why you can't see it. And for your information, medically, go and do some medical research. Ask the doctor if the sperm is in the backbones and the ribs, right? And if the sun is in murky waters, sun sets in murky waters. Zulfikar, what was his name? Alexander the Great, was it, or someone else found the sun in murky waters? Go do some scientific research. Instead of calling people dawa person, like copying the Christians now. Of course, if you're going to kill every person, every cartoonist, every apostate that you did, and then United Nations got up for human rights and the right to change your religion, don't you think this way the Muslims will definitely be increasing? We don't know when you will come with a knife and stab us and kill us and lynch us. When the people are scared to even say they are ex-Muslims. They've left Islam. Where? In Pakistan, in Arabia, in all those Muslim countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, they are scared. Why do you think they are scared? You have not given them the freedom. We can't even trust you to take care of one life that is non-Muslim or the one who is an ex-Muslim. Why do you think people are hiding their faces, saying we're ex-Muslims, and changing their voices? Because your religion is a religion of terror and intolerance. You don't allow that happening. Thank God I used my mind and saw very easy for someone who is honestly seeing the Quran ayats. There are discrepancies and there are errors in the Quran. Medical, scientific, so many errors. The way it's written, it's not even in detail, although it says it's in detail. It doesn't explain. Doesn't say who the son of Abraham was, yet Prophet Muhammad has told you it was Ishmael and he's from the race of Ishmael. From where did you people get this? So the details are not, whereas the Quran says, and you get the details from God knows who. First Prophet Muhammad said, don't give don't write my things in hadiths. Then your Sahabas, to them he said this. Then they started to write about his life and this and that. You don't even know who Muhammad was. In the Quran, what his kunya was, how he was born, at least in the Bible, Jesus was born to Mary miraculously or whatever, and then it's all there about Jesus' life is there, Moses' life is there in the Bible. The Quran is not in detail about Prophet Muhammad at all. No, please don't feel sorry for me. I don't know where you're coming from. You're not even listening to the other person. You're not. You just are listening to yourself as stubbornly as ever. I haven't been fed with lies. You have been fed with lies. And don't call me Islamophobe. And don't call those people, because I did my own research. And don't blame others. Why are you talking about me like I didn't listen to Islamophobes? Before David Wood came, David Wood is not a Islamophobe. Before David Wood came, I had doubts in my religion, reading the Quran ayats. So stop this. You don't even feel sorry for me. Don't pretend like you, Are Khuda ka kuch khauf karo. Have some fear of God. You have no fear of God, you liars. Through your teeth you're lying like this. You should feel sorry for yourself. And shouldn't I call you Hindu phobes? Don't you have Hindu phobia? Polytheist phobia. You are given, your God had so much fear that Khizr had. So stop calling someone Islamophobe, because you are terrorists and followers of terrorists. You are terrorists and followers of terrorists. Look. Who is this? Allah? Who knows more than Hazrat Moses? Who knows more than Hazrat Musa? Oh my God. And on fear, killing. Just on fear. Your God, He's come down on earth and you people don't know about this. You think it's someone higher than Hazrat Musa, Ilm Laduni. Now what is Ilm Laduni? It's higher knowledge than a prophet's knowledge. When Musa had finished all his work. Oh my goodness, my God. We feared this guy, this mysterious man. We feared that the boy would be a disbeliever. Call your God of some phobia-giving person. Right? Call your God a phobia-giving person. As for the boy, his parents were believers and we feared that he would overburden them. Fear, out of fear. Just out of fear. So look at this. The person who Allah has sent to Moses, maybe Allah came down himself. He's a mysterious man. They put Ai al-Khidr, green man. What does green man have to do with this? Huh? Did God make him from grass? Plants? Tree? Did he come from Sidratul Muntaha? Shrouded with mystery? The tree? Who is this man? This mysterious man who knows more than Moses, the messenger, the prophet, the soul of Allah, under the eye of Allah, was brought up. Look, fearing. Don't feel sorry for me. And as for the boy, his parents were believers, and we feared. We feared. Just fearing. The boy has not even committed any wrong as yet. But God feared sending this mysterious man. Your Allah is fearful of disbelievers, transgressors. Killing a boy instead of blessing him to become a good boy, believer, Hazrat Khizr, or whatever is this green man, mysterious man from Allah, Ilm Luduni, Moses, Allah has to depend on another man now. What we don't worship him, but he has Ilm Laduni, ilm from God, special, that Moses didn't have. We don't worship him. You are not even told the name of this man. In detail we are giving you, explaining. Your Allah is the one who's fearing disbeliever. Instead of blessing this boy, which maybe Jesus can do, your Allah can't do this. To become a believer. And on top, fear. God knows he's going to grow up to be the worst human ever. Well, actually, God knows best, like you say. But fear, isn't it on fear you call someone Islamophobes? I feel sorry for you. You haven't studied Islam academically and have been fed so many lies listening to the Islamophobes rather than the academics. Which academic should I listen to? Your Sunni scholars or your Shia scholars? Are you a Shia or are you a Sunni? Or are you a Wahhabi? Are you Salafi? Are you Quran only? Huh? Which academics? All these academics lying to you. All your academics have lied to you. Anonymously. No, I mean, what do you say? Like, if all of them have lied? The academics of Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford, etc. Who listened to Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford? If I ever listened to a Harvard Ismaili, I would have become an Ismaili right now. Dr. Khalil Andani, if I'd listened to. He's a Harvard graduate. Very close to my 12er Shia. So you're God-feared, and he's sending higher men, God knows, and you don't even care about these people. You don't worship them. No, I never listened to Cambridge. Just stop putting your lies as like always you do. You Muslims lying here. Stop your lies now. Okay? About others. Who told you I'm listening to Cambridge and Oxford? What are you talking about? I've done my own research. Islam lies without dies. That's what I've listened to. Islam lies without. Islam dies without lies. And you Muslims are the best liars ever. At least if I listened to these academicians of Cambridge and Oxford and Harvard, I would not be in a Muslim country. Or they would give me such high position here. If I came to the UAE educated as an Oxford University, you know the amount of money I would be getting? Or Cambridge or Harvard, not even your religious scholars, maybe they don't get that much money, I'm sorry to say this. Maybe they get, but the amount of money, if I had done my law from Oxford or Harvard or Cambridge. Don't you think your Muslims are living the lives of Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard? That's why they're doing so much progress. Don't you think so? Instead of that Pakistan and India going backward because Muslim, majority of them influenced. No, I'm listening. I don't have to assure you because you'll keep lying and putting things against me here, which are lies. I don't know how you lie against Shias also if you're a Sunni. You've said so many lies that you're compulsive. You've become a compulsive liar. I can see. There's no hope for you. Your Allah has feared we. So we who? Allah and the green man feared that he would overburden them. God, and your answer is, God knows he is going to grow up to be the worst human ever. I tell you, no one can be worse than Shaitan that Allah has given respite to. And if only your stupid Allah would not have this fear about this boy becoming the worst human ever, as Firaun was, right? Firaun was one of them. But Hazrat Khizr never came down to kill Firaun when he was a baby. Boy, when he was a boy, right? He let Allah has given respite to Shaitan, not fearing that he will, by his Allah's might, mislead all of you except the chosen ones, mukhlisin, purified ones. Who are thoroughly purified with thorough purification, Ahlul Bayt. This poor boy was killed. Right? The only tyrant left at that time was Prophet Muhammad to kill the polytheists wherever you find them. And the hypocrites, and the also in whose hearts is a disease, and the rumor mongers, he says, is Allah says, of the Yathrib people, Jews. Surah Azab at 60 to 61. Read your Quran, liar. If you can see it through the lies, through you're too conditioned, you're lying through your teeth here against me. You are saying that Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford, etc., are lying. We go there, we go to London, we study in Wolverhampton or some university. They give us proper law. None of their people touch us or harass us or lead us astray. If we want to live the life we want to live, they let us. They respect our lives, our space. They are trustworthy enough that if I go to London, no man is going to touch me, unlike, or look at me, or come and ask me something like, can I go out with you? Dating. No man dare in London come to me. In your Islamic countries, the way they stare, like they rape us. I've lived in Pakistan, Islamic Republic, and without much here also in the United Arab Emirates. The men, Asian men and all, the way they are here, with mistresses and prostitutes and we have to be careful. So don't let me open my mouth. You see? Here, I would not be able to call the police. Don't let me open my mouth. I'm scared to go out here. You can't talk to a man properly. He wouldn't talk to you properly. Alone you're not safe. A man can look at you like you are a prostitute. The freedom that London gave me, your Islamic country, even if it's up to date, cannot give me because there are Asians here, they're Muslims. If I go out, well, I'll go. I don't know what their minds are going to think. Yes. You people have no humanity in you. What Islam are you talking about? This is the Islam. You have right-hand slaves. You have 4 or 5 wives. You have mistresses. You're allowed concubines, mistresses. You are allowed mutta. Allah knows best. This is your Allah who knows best. You have no manners. Forget manners. You may act good, but inside you are as dirty as ever. You have wickedness inside of you. You have no sympathies for others, non-believers or anyone. Only you just are desperate to get people to Islam. Your group. You are following a liar, you don't care. You want others to also follow what you are following and what you believe in. And inviting people like this. Zainab bin Josh was a proud widow when she was a pagan polytheist. In your Islam, no one can be a proud widow. Marry, 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 marry. Or do mutta, otherwise it's unhealthy. Society will speak against you. Peer pressure and parent pressure and God knows what pressure. Why do you do this? Why do you lie so much? I know why. Because you're conditioned to lie. And the Quran ayats have brought you like a snake to lie, because it lied against polytheists and Jews and Christians shamelessly, worst of creatures. What's wrong with Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford now? You are generalizing. Why are you generalizing against what hatred do you have against Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford? What's wrong in Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford? You want me to go to a pathetic college here, local? Even colleges and universities, what pathetic? You want me to go to that pathetic Pakistani madrasas, which have spoiled children? The Maulanas and all, touching and all this, molesting them. Pedophiles and all. I can say you have Western phobia. And you have Western college phobia, university phobia, and hatred. What have Harvard and Cambridge and Oxford done to you, except that they imparted what they promised you, without their professors harassing us and molesting us? They have such integrity. They've built that integrity and trust over the years. I've seen your Quran only Pakistanis. Go to London and America. Arabs go to America to study, France to study. What's wrong in that? Huh? Your madrasas, your universities cannot provide proper knowledge and trust. Dwindling away. The standards falling. When St. Joseph's College, where I was in, was taken care by the nuns, it had such high standards. It fell like anything when it went to when it was nationalized, went into the hands of Muslims. The educational system, every thing in that college fell like anything. It was going to the dogs, and it went to the dogs. You know, that's what a teacher said of St. Joseph's College. And what have your madrasas given us? These children. How many madrasas in Pakistan? Go to Pakistani madrasas and see what happens there. I've heard of people, women getting molested. Girls getting molested. Boys getting molested. Goodness, what is wrong with Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford? They never gave me any knowledge against Islam. Sorry to say, they give you studies in different religions. They have debates even against Christianity. What's wrong with that? In their country, like Richard Dawkins can be an atheist and be safe. Freedom of right, freedom of speech. What's wrong with the academics of Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford? Dr. Khalil Andani has studied in Harvard. Hazir Imam, the Ismaili Imam, has studied in Harvard. What's wrong with Harvard? What's wrong with Cambridge? What's wrong with Oxford? What are you saying here? Huh? Who are you? Pakistani or what? Arabs have gone to foreign countries to study in foreign universities. Mehdi Hassan, Al Jazeera, in Al Jazeera. He's working as a journalist and all. He's gone to Oxford. What's wrong with Oxford? I didn't learn all these things in Oxford or Cambridge or Harvard. I learned it privately at home. Understand? It's taken me a lot of time. So much evil in this country. Pakistan. So much hatred against Hindus, Ghazwa Hind and all this. Please don't bring this. Harvard, Cambridge and Oxford. Who goes to Harvard and Cambridge that I've learned from them? I've learned from myself that this Quran is a false Quran. Okay? I don't go to foreigners to learn about my religion. I would go to my religious people to learn about my religion. And to myself, it says in the Quran, study it for yourself. Nothing, don't bring Harvard and, you see, you blame me, you blame the Western for Islamophobia. You are like Army Nawabi would say when I was saying against America, you are a Western phobic, anti-Western person. Without evidence, you are just a liar lying against Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford for no reason. Which Harvard professor has told me? I didn't even buy Richard Dawkins' book to read. God is a delusion. Now, where are you coming from? Saudi Arabia, where? What can I do if Saudi Arabia downloaded Richard Dawkins' book for free? I didn't read. What are you talking about? I'm the one, after knowing that my religion is false, having doubts and seeing these ridiculous ayats, I wanted to be an ex-Muslim and I searched for ex-Muslims on YouTube on my own. I've done my own research. What are you talking about here? Huh? What pathetic this. When I was an O-level student in Karachi, Pakistan. Excuse me. I did my own reading. Here it says they study on their own. They study the Quran. This is what I've done. So don't blame Harvard, Cambridge. Don't bring these universities in. And reflect on your own also. Now, I don't know what we hope to make it easy. What are you talking about? Blaming other people and universities now. You anti-Western person. You are phobic. Western phobia you have. Those to whom we have sent the book, study it as it should be studied. Surah Baqarah at 121. For God's sake, don't come here blaming Harvard, Cambridge. What have they done? They're totally innocent. And the Western people are totally innocent. I searched out after becoming an ex-Muslim. I searched out apostate ex-Muslim. I put on YouTube. What are you talking about? Falsely accusing you you Western phobic. Those to whom we have given the books, recite it with its true recital here, it says. Some say study it, some say recite it. Look at the various translations given here. They are the ones who believe in it, and whoever disbelieves in it, it is they who are the losers. So much warning has been given here, but still I went to look at the other side, to look at the other side. But not only this, some say, those to whom we have sent the book, study it. Yusuf Ali put study it as it should be studied. How should it be studied? But I studied it on my own. And I even did Sunni Shia research on my own. Okay? So stop blaming Oxford and all those innocent beings you are blaming without any basis. Just Western phobias in your head and in your mind. You are plagued with Western phobia. Universities and all. Your Allah doesn't know how to write a sentence properly in an ayat. Look at this sentence. I mean, he doesn't know. Prostitution would be, forget being chaste, being chaste. Here he doesn't know how to put a question, how to put a statement here. Look at this. He has given you, what is this? And do not compel your slave girls to prostitution for the sake of the benefits of worldly life, while they desire to remain chaste, meaning while they don't desire to remain chaste, then prostitute them. So all your God, Allah knows what to say is that do not compel them. This is about he only talks about forced prostitution, not unforced prostitution. If they desire not to remain chaste, then they can prostitute themselves. He can't put this sentence properly. This shows that he's only against forced prostitution, compelled. So if they do not desire to remain chaste, so be chaste, be chaste. But if they don't desire to remain chaste, he can say be chaste to the believers. But if these slave girls don't desire to remain chaste, then it wouldn't be compelled prostitution. And if anyone compels them to prostitution, Allah will be most pardoning. Just imagine, pardoning to whom? He doesn't know. If someone is under duress, compelled, forced, let's say you're raped. Of course you know that you're raped. Would you say, oh my God, it's my fault, Allah forgive me? Oh, I don't know. Allah knows best. Something I must have done that, maybe my one hair strand was showing. Maybe I went out. I didn't. This is not the way to say it. Allah will be most pardoning. Much merciful is okay, but pardoning? After the subjection, after the subjection, meaning whatever way you put it, it could be that to such compulsion. Who are the ones who are going to be pardoned? Pimps who force them into prostitution. It's open to interpretation. Because the forced prostitutes cannot be, slave girls who are forced into prostitution cannot be pardoned. If you are that dumb that you don't know. But Allah knows. Allah should know. He's the all-knowing. They have nothing to be pardoned. Allah should say that something else apart from most pardoning. Allah should say there's no sin on them since they have been forced. Not pardoned, meaning Allah pardoned the pimps who forced them into prostitution for worldly life. Your Allah doesn't know how to write a sentence about this very grave matter. Your Prophet here has forced marriage Zainab bin Jahsh to Zaid, and look what he does. O Prophet, call to mind when you said to him, he conceals in his heart. What a terrible marriage counselor. Please don't go to him. Yes, one thing that I would learn is that I would learn from Catholics that they are so organized. At least if they sin, they have a priest they can go and confess to. And when they get married, for 1 month I'm told that or something, how many days, it's announced in the churches. They're so organized that this person is getting married to this person. Anyone who has any objection can come up. They are so organized, the Catholic Christians. Like the Ismailis are organized. His Highness Aga Khan would not allow. If you steal or he finds out, he's alive. He's present among his Jamaat, his Murids. If something wrong happens and they find out, they'll just say, leave this Ismailism, you can be a Muslim, but leave our Jamaat, our community, this path. They won't kill you like the rest of the Muslims do. It's a rare case, seems, in Islam. And when you said these are the ayahs that I looked at and I said, well, it doesn't make sense to me. I had some mental gymnastics and I thought I was poor in comprehension. or this Quran was very high. What's going on here? And when I went to Surah Tahrim, I was like, until I didn't understand it, I was like, okay. When I understood what the Surah Tahrim Ayat 1 was about, I was like, oh my God, how can these Shias even? I got a shock of my life that the Shias were defending this Prophet on this Surah Tahrim Ayat 1, and they're defending him here. And they're defending him when he doesn't make an error and God says he makes an error. Shias, religious scholars defending him. Such such lies they told us. Or their mind, Shias also, gone cases, abducted by shaitan. They think, there's an ayat which may have come from somewhere else, another prophet, maybe Musalman, and he took it from him. That, they think that to everyone, it seems that their deeds are fair seeming the worship of God or something like this. I took it as. They think they are in the right. Allah has never put two hearts within one person's body. No. Nor has He made your wives whom you compare mother. Adopt us. So if you've made a mistake, it's okay. And another ayat. Look at this. The Shias really are, it's really laughable. But they could kill me if they find out that I'm an ex-Muslim. No, Surah Tahrim. When I learnt about this ayat, the background, I thought he wanted to give a divorce. He wanted to divorce, but here he has, when I closely examined this ayat, I wish to reserve my, but now I want. Any donkey can see that this is wrong. O Prophet, why do you prohibit what Allah has made lawful for you, seeking the approval of you? I was like, prohibit? O Prophet. Then when I found Surah Maida, I was like, what is this also here? Then I found Surah Maida. Shias, are you serious? Seeking to please those wives who were annoying him and who are hypocrites, according to. And hearken not to the hypocrites. Surah Azab ayat opens like that. Surah Maida ayat 87. Shias, are you serious, or you've been toying with lives, defending this prophet? O you have believed, do not prohibit the good things which Allah has made lawful to you, and do not transgress. Meaning, also included in this transgression would be, but Allah can't put it directly, or that you would transgress, because here Prophet Muhammad has transgressed. If Allah had put this ayat, O you have believed, do not prohibit the good things which Allah has made lawful to you, otherwise you would be transgressing. But look at how they put and do not transgress, meaning something other, but it is with this, including. If you make, this is a command, O you have believed, do not prohibit the good things. Do not is a command of Allah. Prohibit the good things which Allah has made lawful to you, good things. Shia, oh my God. What I read in the commentary section was deplorable, pathetic, about Surah Tahrim, Ayat 1. Still defending Prophet Muhammad on this. It is clear that how could he prohibit when the revelation is coming down on him You should have waited on the revelation when you believers are told. And when you believers are told not to, you are commanded, not told, commanded. Then you are told, there's another thing that the believers are told. What was it? So I now it just, my mind is blank. I forgot. Why do you prohibit yourself what Allah has made lawful for you, seeking the approval of your wives? O believers, be careful of your duty to Allah. Things like that, right? O believers, be careful of your duty to Allah. Here there was another ayat I came across, but I've forgotten. O you who believe, be careful of your duty to Allah and be with the truthful, and fear Allah and be with those who are true. O you believe, be careful. Speak the right word. Speak the right word. O you have believed, fear Allah and speak words of appropriate justice. Here you are told. Surah Azab ayat 71 that was, and now it's 72. We offer the trust. What is 70? O you have believed, fear Allah and speak words of appropriate justice. O you have believed, be not like those who abused Moses. Then Allah cleared him of what they said, and he, in the sight of Allah, was distinguished. When did they abuse Moses? You see, a prophet should, when the believers are asked to speak appropriate words for justice's sake, I don't think a prophet should race in prohibiting himself what Allah had made lawful for him, seeking the approval of his wives, while revelations are being against Jews. How come you? Oh yes, that ayat that you order, command righteousness, while you yourselves don't practice it. While you don't, and seek patience, be patient, and in what is it, like in adversary, be patient and pray to Allah. So, and that you command righteousness while you don't practice it yourself, while you recite the scripture. Surah Baqarah ayat 44. Do you enjoin piety and righteousness on the people and forget yourselves when you recite the scripture? Meaning, you're telling these people, others, your fellow Jews, and you forget yourself while you recite the scripture. Surah Baqarah ayat 44. Now look at the Shia's pathetic way of defending Prophet Muhammad in Surah Tahrim, ayat 1. Allah he's fallen from prophethood. Shias stubbornly defend him. And what reason they give, it's like pathetic, deplorable. Shias. Surah Tahrim Ayat 1. Oh my God, it's so terrible. Very, very sad. While the revelation is, you should be patient. When you believers are also here, you're told, seek what is it? Patience and prayer. Seek what? And seek an adversary, calamity. Seek help. Oh, you have believed. Seek help in patience and prayer. Sure. It means that you must be in some trouble to seek help. You must be in some calamity. Someone could be harassing you. Then do you remember me? I will remember you. Be grateful to me and reject not faith. A similar. So you can be in this faith as a hypocrite. It's okay. But as long as you are a prophet, you can be a hypocrite, change things, and do things yourself, preach and not practice what you're saying to the believers. It's okay. You're worshiping one God, and that's so great. But those are the real hypocrites. The people of the non-Muslims are the real hypocrites. Hypocrites, your sins, you lie. Abraham lied to the polytheists. You can lie, you can cheat, but you are forgiven. And of course, the fire will not touch you, believers. And do not say about those who are killed in the way of Allah, they are dead. Okay, this is, I have no contention with. Oh, you believe, seek help with patient perseverance in prayer. Here it's telling you persevere, like even if you need help. So, yes, in times of trouble, like seek help with patience and prayer. Let's say your father or your daughter or your son harassing you or your brother. But what he does is goes and prohibits himself because 2 wives were annoying him or something that we're told. Oh, Prophet, why do you prohibit? Actually, he went on, like, I thought it was like, why are you about to prohibit? But here it's like, why do you prohibit? He's already prohibited himself. I thought when it was saying, why do you prohibit? But then when I looked at it closely, examining it, so no, it was the lack of Shia reasoning also here that failed to satisfy me about this, defending Prophet Muhammad here. It was lacking in Shia Islam. Many things like this in the commentary section. Forget the Sunni Islam or the Quran only Islam. You see, many things were lacking here. In Shia Islam, justice against this prophet. He's not a prophet anymore. He should fall. He should now be stripped of prophethood. Yet God is defending him. I mean, I think a donkey could see this. But Muslims can't see this. So it's the same for you. Because what it said in Surah Juma, Your religious scholars, whoever you want me to go to, you know what you are. You are what Allah said about the Jews. You are like donkeys carrying books. You see, Allah says here, why? Why? Because the example of those who were entrusted with the Torah and then did not take it on is like that of a donkey who carries volumes of books, meaning volumes. Wretched is the example of the people who deny the signs of Allah, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. So when Allah is told here that I can see it's because, I could say that it says they're like donkeys because they did not read the Torah, take the Torah properly. So it's made you lying, evil similitude of people who falsify the signs of Allah. But you are following a liar, hypocrite, in very high form, hypocrite. So you are the ones. Please, no reasonable man is going to believe in this. Quran ayats. There are discrepancies, there are many, many mistakes in the Quran, errors. And if you want to speak metaphorically about the sun, you need to tell us the truth about the sun also. You're the all-knowing Allah, who should tell us the truth about the sun, how many planets are there. And during Ramadan, the night overlaps night in the daytime. It's most of the time. When are you going to fast? When you go to Finland or Norway? How are you going to fast? Whether your religious scholars will give you a timing on set timings, not on the sunset and the like that, sunrise. You cannot fast in Norway, whether in winter, then winter you'll have to fast. You'll just get few minutes, 15 minutes of opening your fast or what. In the summer you'll get 10 minutes nighttime. God doesn't know that there's no way, and there's a place where the sun doesn't set, just sets for like 15 minutes. Okay? Stop complaining against others, falsely accusing the Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, etc. You are a Western phobic person, very, very much so. So stop it now.